Hi, all you lovely creative people. This is Juna from Oakland Lane Designs, and this is my Halloween home tour for 2023. And I did it in two ways this time. I did first with the lights on, and then the second part is with the lights off and all the candles lit. So I hope you enjoy. Happy haunting, everyone. And let's start it off with my witch's hat that's been hanging out there since September 20th. So as you enter behind the front door, we have my feather boa wreath, which is very easy to make. I took a feather boa and I just wrapped it around a piece of wire in the shape of a circle and added a little bow. Underneath is a Happy Halloween sign from Dollar Tree that was glittered, so I just painted it over with some black gesso paint so the glitter can be contained and it wouldn't shed all over the place. Right next to the door, going into my dinette area, is some Raven decals, which we'll discuss later because there's more behind me, and a mirror that I was given my mother-in-law gave to me, which also was full of black glitter, so I scrubbed it off. And in scrubbing it off, the glitter sort of turned like a metallic silvery goldish color, and I liked it. There was also a spider web on the glass which I took off, and I added some Spanish moss, a black rose, and some twigs. Up above the two windows here is Mr. Raven with the heritage lace curtains, which are so pretty. The fringe is uneven. It just adds such a nice touch, oops, dropping the twigs, to the room. And it has like a skull and a bat pattern on the lace. Behind that is my mantle, which I just decided this year to put some bittersweet on there and some candles, and I poured those candles myself. They're beeswax candles. And the table. These are new for this year and I'm so excited about them. It's RCR Crystal. The pattern is called Tattoo, and they just make me happy every time I look at them. That's the wine glass, and this is called a coupe, C-O-U-P, and this will be holding our dessert. Now these little candlesticks, I have a video out on how I made these for my table. And the place setting consists of, well, a napkin with a rib from my skeleton, the medical skeleton, not Mr. Skelly. And these are the Crate and Barrel cauldrons. This is a very pretty black and gold pattern. I have these in the like salad plates only, and here's the name. It's, I don't know if I can, it's Sango China from Japan, and I can't say what the RICH is. And finally, well, not finally, the last piece is this Baroness White China, which I adore the pattern. White on white pattern, and Amazon charger plates. And of course the centerpiece I made. And this I bought on Etsy. Look at the fringe. The fringe is so fun. Okay. Moving around, front door, coming over here into the living room area. There's another raven on top of the clock that I inherited from my dad. To the right of that is a urn or a vase that I made that I know I have a YouTube video on. And these are some oak branches, oak leaf branches from a place called A Floral online, and they are just gorgeous. The colors of the leaves are perfect. They're orangey, they're yellow, they're green, they have all the colors. It's just beautiful. Next to that are two frames. The one to the right is from my favorite illustrator, Arthur Rackham, and this is from The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. And this is the Nightmare with her 9-something. I forgot the name of it again. Oh boy. And that's a picture, and I don't see there's light coming through. There you go. I don't know if there you could see it better. That's a picture I got off of Etsy, and I downloaded it, and it was really easy to do that, which is very surprising, for me anyway. No, I know what this is called. Okay, Nightmare and her 9-fold. Okay, finally got that. And I also zhuzhed the frame. That was a frame I bought, and I added some stuff to it. This lovely candlestick holder is from Michaels, and it's my daughter's. A raven skull, also from Etsy. Some potpourri. And down below, we have that round frame that I did make. That's a YouTube video that I have. And that pumpkin right over here is, I got it from TJ Maxx, and it's wrapped in like a leather look fabric. And it's just such a pretty color, such a warm color. Some of those faux candlesticks. Moving over, we have a coat rack, woohoo, a coat rack with my witch's hat that I made, a cloak, and the cloak has a nice pattern in it. I don't know if you can see it. The witch's hat is made out of velvet. And, okay, the shoes were something I bought online, very inexpensive, and they came in all sorts of colors, but I decided to get the brown because they were so inexpensive. The black looked a little cheap. So I got the brown, and then I just dyed them with the dark espresso shoe dye. And I think they look really nice that way. And I know I saw a pair of witch's boots on Grandin Road that on sale was $71. And I think they're using them as a planter or something, but I figured I have enough things that I can put florals in, so I just rather would have the boots. And next to it is a witch's broom that I also made. And the twigs on the bottom are from a plant in my garden called Scottish broom. And there were certain areas of the plant that were drying out, so I cut it and I just attached it to the pole. Moving on, we have my bay window area with, of course, the creepy cloth hanging from it. This is a candelabra that I got off of Michaels, and then I bought the chandelier prisms and hung them on what is called, I believe, rosary beads that I purchased on Etsy. This is a clock that I made. Now I know I have a couple of clock videos. I don't know if this particular one I started on my Etsy, my YouTube channel. I'm not sure. Here's a dried little pumpkin gourd. Here are some more gourds that I dried. This one rattles. And that oval tray is just a piece of oval wood that, again, I got from Michaels. I got that metal trim, I hope you can see it, or metal ribbon from Etsy. And then I just put it on some more pieces of wood So I have like a little platform to display things. This magic wand I also made, but the top is a knitting needle, a wooden knitting needle. Over here we have another dry gourd, a potion, magic potion bottle, tincture of raven feathers, a lantern, and a wreath, a dried twig wreath that I made from my blackberry bushes outside. This Wicked, Something Wicked This Way Comes, was a piece on Etsy that I saw, and at this size it was going to be very expensive, so I said, well, maybe I can do it myself. So I tried to do it, and I have to say, it really wasn't a lot of fun for me. I had a really hard time trying to get it to look right, and there was too much of a space for me between the C and the K, so I made a polymer clay witch on her broom and glued her there. Here we have one of those lit jack-o'-lanterns that you can buy. I put in some vellum in the eyes and the mouth just to make it not so you couldn't see the light bulb. Put it on a stand. I'm just going to turn you around. Put it on a stand, and then I made the mask for it to wear. We'll come around this way. Now, those of you who know me know I had a skelly that I always had hanging out in the house on Halloween, and this year I decided not to bring him out, but I wanted to have I wanted him to be represented, so I just took his arms and put it on the chair, his arm bones. In this corner, I hope you can see it because it's really dark, I have a candelabra that I bought from a place called ABC in New York City. I don't think it's there anymore. And one year we put real candles in there, and the wax got all over the wall, got all over the floor, so we decided, okay, from now on we're just going to use the fake candles. And there is Ferguson hanging out like he usually does, watching over everything, all the festivities. And down below is the skull of the skeleton. It's like, not medical grade, but like a medical sort of skeleton, or a real representation of a skeleton that my kids got me. And that's the skull. Of course, it's called Yorick. I made the crown, and it's very dark here, so I'm just going to have to take some things up. Here is a fake gourd that I covered in fabric a couple of years ago. I love this fabric, very pretty. And the shape of this one, another fake gourd, was so interesting that I just painted it and added some Venice trim pieces, some rhinestones. So here's my little black pumpkin over here. And the last thing is this raven shot that I got off of the internet. He's on a tombstone, and I really enjoyed the picture. I love tombstones that look like that. It reminds me of Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. Put that back. Okay. And there's some mead. I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't. So we'll just move on. Okay. So here's the TV area with some needle felted witches that I made. This is, hold on, let me see if I can bring it up into the light so you can see it a little bit better. This is Yankee Candle, and this is Witch's Brew. It's one of the few candles that I can burn. Some of the scents of candles really bother me, but I love the Witch's Brew. Some more needle felted witches. This is Edna. This is the first one that I ever made. All our little controls are over here. And then underneath is a lantern that I got at Hobby Lobby, my bone basket, another pumpkin that dried, which was fantastic. I've never had a pumpkin dry, not that large. In this area, by the lamp, we have a little plaque, a wooden plaque that I got off of Amazon that I put a polymer clay sculpted bird skull. My mask. A wooden tissue box that I covered with fabric, and also some Venice trim, pieces of it that I cut out and glued on top and then gold leafed. And here is an oval plaque with more, goodness, what do you call those? I hate when I forget things. Okay, with more of these pieces here. Spine bones. Oh my gosh. And the skeleton hand from that medical skeleton that we got on Amazon. One of the hands and one of the feet were wired together, and the other foot and hand was all in. You had to try to put it together. And a pumpkin that it was, I think, copper colored, and I just put some, streaked it with some white paint. And now we have the sofa. I'm going to just turn the camera this way so you get this view. And that piece in the center I got from Hobby Lobby. It was white and gray, so of course we had to make it black, and then I used some gold and copper and even some iron colored waxes, put it on there. And those are the Raven decals that I was talking to you about, and they keep coming off. They are not sticking to the wall. You can see it in the left one is coming off, and every morning I have to come through and I take my broom and I try to smush them back up on the wall. And then we come, they're a pain. I'm sorry, I should finish what I'm thinking. See, you could see that his head is tilted off the wall. I'm gonna have to rethink them. I don't know how, what I'm gonna do. I might just make some out of some thin foam sheets and put them up, because I think that they might stick on the wall better, because even with double-sided tape, they're not staying. And here, the other end table, we have the crow from Dollar Tree that I painted up and put some decorative pieces around. That in the back is another candlestick that I glued this bowl to, and I don't know where I got the bowl. I might have gotten it from Dollar Tree. I'm not sure. And then I just hung some more of the chandelier pendants that I had from the candelabra over there. I hung some of that I had left over on that. And again, some dried gourds. Moving over to what we call the bar, and you can see me in the mirror. Hi. We have one of my favorite decorations that I made this year is the lace on the mirror with an oak leaf wreath, and I got this mask at Savers, which is it's a thrift store in my area, and I couldn't believe it when I found it. I was like, okay, definitely getting that. And that Raven was downloaded from Christine McConnell, and the frame is from Michaels. And I added some beading to the frame, and when I downloaded the picture, I just aged it. I antiqued it around just to give it an old feeling. Over here is another little candlestick that I attached a little bowl from Dollar Tree that I put ribbons and rhinestones around. Of course, painted it black and then used some gold wax. This piece I also made from some of those silicone molds. I love that. The Fier de l'Eau, I'm probably saying it wrong. Some potpourri orange slices that I have to remake this year. I've had these for a while and they're getting a little dark, but I like how you can see the light through them. Isn't that beautiful? And then that's it. We're back to where we started. So next, it should be the nighttime version. I hope you enjoy.